You can order the fender used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Turn off your vehicle's ignition. Set the parking brake. Pull the hood release handle and open the hood. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. In order to change the front fender on your vehicle, we recommend removing the wheel to gain full and much easier access to the various parts. Lift the front of your vehicle. Place the vehicle on the jack stands. We strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Toyota Camry safely before carrying out this step. Don't forget to put the wheels under the vehicle. It is now advisable to remove the mudguard for easier access. Using a ratchet, an extender, and a 10mm socket, unscrew the 6 mudguard retaining screws. Next, using a fork, remove the 6 plastic rivets by prying their central part. Using a fork, remove the 4 plastic rivets that hold the side skirt to the body. Open the door and, using a cutter, remove the plastic cover from the side skirt retaining screw. Using a Phillips screwdriver, unscrew the screw. Using a car trim removal tool, unclip the front part of the side skirt. You can now remove the mudguard. Close the door. Behind the side skirt, you can access the lower fender retaining bolt. Unscrew it with a ratchet, an extender, and a 10mm socket. Open the door. Next, using the same tools, unscrew the bolt holding the fender in the door opening. Remove the hood seal. Using a ratchet, an extender, and a 10mm socket, unscrew the headlight retaining screw. Using the same tools, unscrew the 3 bolts holding the fender to the metal supports. Unclip and shift the rubber trim on the windshield. Pull on the bumper cover and lift the tab holding the bumper cover retainer to access the bolt holding the bumper cover retainer. Unscrew it using a ratchet and a 10mm socket. Remove the retainer. You can now unscrew the 2 bolts holding the bumper cover to the fender using a ratchet and a 10mm socket. Lift the headlight retaining tab. You can now remove the fender. Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. If you enjoyed this video and want to support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to work. You can order the fender used in the video to be painted in the color of your vehicle on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Put the clips recovered from your previous fender on the new fender. Put the new fender in position on the vehicle. Start by reinstalling the 3 bolts holding the fender along with the length of the hood, without tightening them too much in order to keep the necessary play to adjust the alignment of the fender with the hood. The alignment of the fender with the door and the hood must be done with both the door and hood in closed position. Carefully close the hood. Then, align the fender. Keep an even spacing along the entire length of the hood. Once in position, open the hood, then finish tightening the 3 screws. Put the rubber trim back on the windshield. Screw the headlight retaining screw back on. Put the hood seal back in place. Screw the door opening bolt back on. Then close the door. Check for proper alignment of the fender with the door. Once adjusted, lock the fender in position by tightening the screw located in the door opening. Screw the lower fender retaining bolt back on. Screw the 2 retaining bolts back on at the junction with the bumper cover. Then put the retainer back in place and screw it back on. Clip the bumper cover back into the retainer. Put the mudguard back in place. Open the door. Then clip the side skirt back on. Then retighten the retaining screw. Reattach the plastic cover. Put the side skirt back in place on the mudguard. Then retighten the retaining screw. Then put the 4 side skirt retaining rivets back in place. You can purchase the parts we used here by visiting our website at CarParts.com. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Operation complete.